The Packers went to Detroit, beating the Lions, going 6-0 in the division, and securing that number 2 spot in the NFC playoffs. Those are the topics for tonight, so stick around. This video is brought to you by Packer Fan Cave. Everything you need to turn your man cave into a Packer Fan Cave. You can check them out at packerfancave.net. There is a link in the description below this video. So the Packers went to Detroit and beat the Lions. Just squeaked it out. It was a 23-20 victory with a last-second Mason Crosby field goal, breaking the tie and putting us ahead. You know, it wasn't quite the blowout that a lot of people would expect from a team that's 13-3 against a team that's 3-12-1, but it got the job done. You know, we needed that win to secure that number 2 spot, and it was really nice to go 6-0 in the division. That's awesome. It wasn't the prettiest win, but you know, the Packers are 13-3 on ugly wins this year, and that's just what it comes down to. You know, Aaron Rodgers didn't look good at all, especially in the first half. Overthrowing receivers, underthrowing receivers, throwing the ball behind his receivers. You know, it just, it was one of those games. You know, he did look much better in the second half, and, you know, Aaron Jones had a good ground game, especially in the second half, you know, but really what it came down to was the defense. The defense just held us in it, didn't let the Lions get out of control, you know, in the first half, and then held it to where when the offense finally did start to put drives together, then the game was close enough that they were able to come back and win. You know, ugly wins are still wins. You know, getting that number 2 spot in the NFC is definitely a good thing. Having the first round bye, it's just an exciting thought right now, knowing that the Packers are going to be off next week, getting to rest up. They're a healthy team going into the playoffs this year. That's an exciting thought too. Getting to rest up as an already healthy team. That's pretty cool, you know. And then you look at it's going to be for Wild Card Weekend. The Vikings are going to play the Saints, and the Sea Chickens are going to play the Eagles. You know, I'm expecting the Saints to win, and they're going to be the ones coming to Lambeau Field the following week. It could be the Vikings. You know, but the Packers are going to get the winner of that game. The 49ers are going to take the winner of the Eagles Sea Chickens game. You know, that one there, I'm pretty sure the Sea Chickens are going to win, so we're going to see, I think the following week we're going to see the Saints coming to Green Bay and the Sea Chickens going to San Francisco. And in the end, I think the Saints can beat the... I think the Packers can beat the Saints, and you know, I do think it's going to be an exciting game. I think our defense is going to have a lot on their hands with Drew Brees coming into town. I mean, it's still too early to say. It could be the Vikings. I really don't expect that. That would be nice. The Packers have beaten the Vikings twice this year already, and I would like to see a third one in the playoffs. That would be pretty cool. But, you know, for right now, it's pretty exciting to have that first round bye. Like I said, you know, rest up an already healthy team and you know, feel good about yourselves right now. Going 6-0 in a division is not an easy accomplishment. You know, especially when you look at, you know, okay, yeah, the Lions had not the greatest record, but they kept most of their games really close all season, and it was just a play or two in each of their games that made the difference. You know, they could have just as easily been one of those 10-6 teams going into the playoff weekend right now. So the Lions are a lot tougher than their record would suggest, And to see, you think about it, that this game was their Super Bowl for them. This was the last game of their season. They're not going into the playoffs. Their season is now over. I think they would have really, really liked to have a win over the Green Bay Packers and stop them from getting that 6-0. I think they gave everything they had, and I think the Packers, on an off day, just played better and got the win. I think that's what you would expect to happen when the Packers played a lot of close games this year, and a lot of times it was that fourth quarter that pulled it out. And it's one of those things. I'll take an ugly win over a beautiful loss. Now it's coming to the point where it doesn't matter whether it's an ugly win or a beautiful win. You lose and you're done. This is playoff time, and we'll see what happens. I think the Packers, they're having a special kind of season. It's really exciting. You can tell the guys are having fun out there. You can tell they're a hungry team. And right now it really feels like they're flying under the radar. With 13-3 teams in the NFC playoffs right now, it's actually not that hard to fly under the radar. It's not often that you see 3 teams in the division, or 3 teams in the conference be 13-3. That's a pretty special thing for a season too. And then you look at, the wild card games are featuring an 11-5 team in the Sea Chickens. That's not something you see all the time either. Typically, an 11-5 team is going to be one of the top 2 and have a first round bye. Typically, a 13-3 team is going to be one of the top 2 and have a first round bye. That's pretty crazy for the end of the season here, to have so many teams just looking so good coming into the playoffs. What are you guys' thoughts out there? Are you excited? Do you think the Packers have a shot here? Do you agree with me that this is a special kind of season that looks like the Packers really could make it to another Super Bowl victory? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. Hit that little bell icon so you get notifications every time I upload new content. Share this video with all your friends. For the Packer Fan Network, I am Mark Schneider.